Let's dive straight into one of the hottest stories brewing in the NFL right now, centering around one of the league's top wide receivers, Terry McLaurin. He's been a standout player for the Washington Commanders, a team that's recently caught some serious attention thanks to their young quarterback and the changes they've made on the coaching staff. But things have taken an unexpected turn with McLaurin, who has reportedly walked away from the voluntary off-season training activities and has no plans to return anytime soon. This caught a lot of people off guard because typically players who show up to these voluntary sessions tend to stick around for the whole duration, even though attendance isn't mandatory. It's rare to see a high-profile player just up and leave like that, and the underlying reason seems to be a frustrating deadlock in contract negotiations. McLaurin feels undervalued and believes he deserves a long-term deal, especially considering the effort and dedication he's poured into a team that hasn't quite hit the highs fans were hoping for. The Commanders, on the other hand, have been working through a rebuild. They brought in a new head coach and a promising young quarterback, signaling a fresh direction. Their recent progress has been impressive, and it's a blueprint that many teams aspire to follow. The Patriots, for instance, are definitely watching closely because they want to replicate that kind of success in the upcoming seasons. Over the past few months, the idea has been floated here and there that the Patriots need to take some cues from what Washington is doing, aiming not just to make the playoffs, but to win games once they get there. It's a fine line to walk, and the Commanders seem to have found a way to strike that balance, even with some unexpected players stepping up, and some coaching staff who weren't necessarily high-profile hires initially. But back to McLaurin. His situation is a tricky one. The reports suggest that the Commanders are playing hardball, unwilling to offer the long-term contract he's seeking. From their perspective, they want to keep control and maintain financial flexibility as they build around their young core. From McLaurin's point of view, though, he's already proven himself, and it's understandable he wants a deal that reflects his value and gives him security. This kind of standoff rarely ends without some kind of fallout or movement, and naturally, that's where speculation kicks in about possible trades. Could the Patriots be the landing spot for McLaurin if the Commanders decide to move on? Absolutely. New England has always been strategic when it comes to acquiring talent. They've shown willingness to make bold moves to strengthen their roster, and adding a receiver of McLaurin's caliber would definitely boost their offensive firepower. The question isn't really about whether the Patriots want him, but more about whether Washington is willing to let him go and what kind of package it would take. Could a combination of mid-round draft picks and some solid players be enough? Maybe. The Patriots have assets like wide receivers who could be part of a deal and draft capital that could sweeten the pot. But the reality is this kind of trade only happens if the relationship between the player and his current team is truly fractured. And right now it looks like both sides are mostly posturing. It's a negotiation tactic, digging in heels to get the best possible outcome without actually burning bridges. That said, the Patriots front office, including the general manager and key decision makers, are definitely paying attention. When a chance to add a player like McLaurin arises, they don't shy away from exploring the opportunity. After all, having two top-tier receivers could dramatically change their offensive dynamic, especially with their young quarterback still finding his rhythm. The potential impact on the field is huge, and it fits the kind of aggressive but calculated approach New England has taken in recent years. But it's important to remember, even though there's a lot of chatter and speculation, there's no concrete indication that a trade is imminent. The smoke is there, but the fire hasn't started yet. For now, it's a waiting game. The Patriots need to keep their ears open and their options flexible. If the Commanders eventually decide that holding on to McLaurin isn't worth the risk, or if McLaurin himself pushes hard enough to move on, then New England could be right in the mix. In the meantime, the story is a reminder of how volatile NFL offseason dynamics can be, especially when it comes to star players and contract negotiations. It's a high-stakes game that involves not just talent evaluation, but also salary cap management, team chemistry, and long-term strategy. And for fans, it's a thrilling saga to follow, with every twist and turn potentially reshaping the league landscape. Moving beyond McLaurin, there's another interesting layer here related to how teams balance veteran leadership with young talent. The Commanders have shown that a team can progress quickly when these elements come together well. A young quarterback who's confident, a coaching staff that's hungry to prove itself, and playmakers who step up at crucial moments. For the Patriots, adopting a similar blueprint could be the key to returning to their winning ways. Adding a receiver like McLaurin would be a big part of that, giving the offense a reliable weapon who commands respect from opposing defenses. So, while the contract talks drag on and the offseason moves continue, keep an eye on how this situation develops. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, and this could be one of the bigger stories as teams prepare for the challenges ahead. Alright, switching gears a bit but still staying in the world of NFL curiosities. There's a fascinating little nugget that's been buzzing around social media lately, the possibility of scoring just 1 point in an NFL game. Now, for most casual fans, the scoring rules in football seem pretty straightforward. Touchdowns are 6 points, extra points are 1, 2-point conversions obviously 2, and safeties are 2 points. But there's a rare, almost mind-boggling rule that allows a team to score exactly 1 point in very specific circumstances. And it's actually been part of the rule book for just under a decade, introduced back in 2015. Here's how it works. You're probably familiar with the standard 1-point kick attempt after a touchdown. If that kick is good, that's your 1 point. But what if that kick gets blocked and the defending team picks up the ball and tries to run it back? Usually, if they're successful, they score 2 points for a defensive conversion. However, if during that chaotic play the kicking team manages to somehow cause a safety, say by forcing the opposing player into their own end zone and making him down the ball or get tackled, the kicking team is awarded a single point. It's called a 1-point safety, and it's so rare that most fans have never seen it happen live. This quirky rule recently came back into the spotlight thanks to the Atlanta Falcons, who, somewhat controversially, posted images of their players wearing jerseys numbered 28 and 3 of voluntary off-season activities. For Patriots fans, those numbers immediately ring alarm bells, evoking memories of the infamous Super Bowl loss where the Patriots famously overcame a 28-3 deficit. The Falcons quickly deleted those posts after the backlash, but then posted pictures with players numbered 34 and 1, sparking jokes and warnings on social media about how it's not impossible to blow a 34-1 lead. Many people joked back that a score of 34-1 is impossible because you can't score a single point like that in football. But, as we just went over, that's not entirely true. The whole situation was a fun reminder of just how complex and nuanced NFL rules can be. And it sparked a lot of chatter about how fans always need to stay sharp, because the game isn't just about brute force and speed, it's also a chess match filled with strange quirks that can catch even seasoned fans off guard. The rule about the 1-point safety is one of those quirks that makes football endlessly fascinating. Now, bringing things back to the Patriots camp, there's some important and slightly worrying news about their defensive coordinator, Terrell Williams. He's been noticeably absent from the voluntary off-season training activities, which has raised some questions and concerns. The team hasn't shared a ton of details publicly, but it's clear that Williams is working through some kind of health issue. He has participated in Zoom calls with the team, but hasn't been physically present at the practices or meetings during this part of the offseason. In his absence, the Patriots have tapped Zach Core to step in as the interim defensive coordinator. Core, spelled C-O-H-R, is the inside linebackers coach and a rising star within the coaching ranks. He's got a background that includes working as an intern at Ohio State and has built strong connections with both Mike Vrabel and Terrell Williams, having worked with them previously during their time with the Tennessee Titans. While Core might not yet be a household name, within the Patriots organization and coaching circles, he's respected for his football intelligence and ability to connect with players, which is crucial in a league where relationships and communication can make or break a team's defensive success. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a surprising twist that has set the sports world abuzz, rumors are swirling around the New England Patriots as Mike ONWENU, the team's reliable offensive lineman, reportedly expressed strong reservations about continuing to play alongside quarterback Drake Maye. Sources close to the locker room have hinted that ONWENU, known for his solid presence on the line, might be ready to take a stand, raising eyebrows across the NFL community. The buzz began when whispers emerged suggesting ONWENU's dissatisfaction with MAYE's performance and style on the field. While the Patriots have been cautiously optimistic about MAYE's potential since drafting him, the tension hinted at by ONWENU's alleged remarks suggests there might be a deeper rift brewing between the veteran lineman and the young quarterback. Some insiders speculate that ONWENU's comments stem from frustrations over the quarterback's decision-making, leadership, or even his approach during critical game moments. This development could have wide-reaching implications for the Patriots' strategy moving forward. ONWENU's role as a cornerstone of the offensive line has been crucial in protecting the quarterback and establishing a reliable running game. His reluctance to back MAYE might signal internal conflicts that could affect team chemistry and overall performance. Fans and analysts alike are left to wonder if this is just a fleeting moment of locker room heat or a sign of more serious divisions. Adding fuel to the fire, other sources hint that this rumored conflict may influence the Patriots' off-season decisions. Could the team consider bringing in a new quarterback, or will they work behind the scenes to mend this growing divide? The coaching staff, led by Bill Belichick, is known for handling such delicate situations with discretion, but even the most experienced leaders can struggle when star players are at odds. As speculation intensifies, the Patriots fan base is watching closely. ONWENU's stance, if confirmed, might not only affect MAYE's standing on the team, but could also shift the entire trajectory of the franchise's rebuild. Will this rift spur improvement through tough conversations and adjustments, or will it lead to major changes in the roster? For now, the only certainty is that the Patriots find themselves at a crossroads, with the dynamics between ONWENU and MAYE possibly at the heart of what comes next. With the NFL offseason underway, all eyes remain on New England, waiting for any official word that could confirm or deny this brewing storm. Until then, the rumor mill keeps spinning and the question lingers: can Mike ONWENU and Drake Maye find a way to play as one? Or is the Patriots locker room facing a split that could reshape the team's future? That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.